Yo, man, this is the journalist DJ.com, and next to me I've got MacG.
Yes, sir.
Normally he's the one doing this, but today, he's getting to relax a bit.
Yeah, yeah,
How are
yeah.
you, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm relaxed, bro. I was interviewing Jazik, like last week, and
Fuck that nigga, man.
yo, okay. Anyway, so I was just asking because this is the dance music platform. We talk about the music and what people are doing, and the chillers. I don't know how they found out about that interview, and they came for me, man. They were like, "How is this all you're asking this guy?" And I'm like, "Guys, we have to talk about the music. That's crazy. You created a monster, man. Did you know, when you were doing your podcast that you're gonna create like the monster that you created now?"
Nah, not even, man. Um, it was just out of pure love and frustration at the time because I'd been let go from 947. So, I just had a kid and I was like, yo, I gotta make something. As a man, you gotta make something happen. So,
yeah.
started the podcast, but never did I envision that it would be this big. And to a certain point, when I could see the trajectory of the podcast, I just gave up and just let it be with God. Like, God is in the wheel, and yeah, man, like, it's out of my hands now.
It's out of your hands now, ne?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go back to that fact Jazik thing. like, you are so raw and honest, and I guess that's why your content is so big and
My
successful.
thing with the Jazik thing, is no matter how big you are in the industry, regardless of how much money you're making, how many followers you have, treat people with respect. Because at the end of the day, it's about Ubuntu. We're all humans at the end of the day.
Sure.
And, if you book me to come do an interview on your show and I say, yes, I'll do it, but 5 minutes before the interview, I tell you I can't do it, that's a form of disrespect. You're not respecting what I'm doing. You're not respecting my chillers. You're not respecting the platform. And there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying like he was meant to do the interview. If he doesn't want to do it, then say, I don't want to do it. Then we don't waste our time to go to fucking junk park and set up. And, we moved things around for him because that's what he said. And he said, come to junk park at 2 p.m. We're there, we set up, we're ready to rock and roll. And then that's when he's like, yo, I'm not doing the interview. And for me, I found that very disrespectful. And, I have to speak the truth. The guy is doing well. He's probably doing better than me and better than most DJs in the game right now. And credit to him because he's worked hard and whatever. But I was just saying, like, let's maintain respect. Just because you are big doesn't mean you must be a dick to everybody.
Okay, no, I hear you, man. I hear you, and I'm sure he's also heard you, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna see this as well. So MacG, man, I've been following you for a long time. Um, Back in the day when you were still on Rima Crazy.
What program is this? What program are you using?
This is OBS.
Oh, BS, yeah, tried it. Fuck me up.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
complicated, eh?
No, not even like this is plug and play, bro. Like what this with this platform, it allows me to just like once I press stop, I can publish this. So now
And you can go live as well. Just
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
this.
yeah. We can go live now, and there's no need for like especially with your format, there's no need for us to kind of like go and post. Well, you have to go and post because you've got Channel O,
Yeah.
But anyways, it's a dope platform. So like if you watch this and you're wondering what platform we're using OBS. Anybody can do this with a laptop and a couple of cameras. Easy
And that's
stuff.
what I tell people, man. Just use what you have. Because everyone's always asking me, how do you start a podcast? Your phone. You can record from your phone. You know what I mean? These phones now shoot better than some of the cameras we use.
Yeah.
So it's just about using the qualities. Look at us here. We've got the small camera here. We've got
A ring light.
a ring light. We've got a mic. And we're rocking.
We're rocking.
That's all you need.
With the young laptop.
With a young laptop. It's not even a MacBook, man. You can see this thing's gonna crash soon.
Yeah, no, it's also messed up. You can see
You
already.
can see it's gonna crash soon.
I'm just kidding. People can see it, But yo, man,
But you're making the most of what you have.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, MacG. So yeah, man, like I said, it's a dance culture platform, and like I said, I've been following you for a while, and
Dance culture, you only deal with music.
I only deal. So this platform is only deals with like house music only. So I'm a piano, tech, deep house,
What do you
whatever.
like? What do you like?
I'm an Afro-tech kind of guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Afro-tech, but I mean, I like.
The thing is with Afrotech, if you want to be in Europe, you must play Afrotech. Because that's what they're fucking with that side, you know? That's
Yeah.
why Shims and them play Afrotech, because they get
Yeah.
gigs in Europe.
Yeah.
If you want to rock in Africa, then you got to go piano. So it's about choosing which lane you want to be in. But both music I fucks with. I love them. I mean, like, yo, my crew will tell you, the team will tell you, like, before we record, every single time there's a mix by Sanel that I always play before. They're even tired of it now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I love that shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I love piano as well. We always rocking jazzic, we rock jazzic, we rock kabza. I'm liking that song now by Soul Matrix and Maporisa.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
from.
mama, mama,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. The name, the name. So okay, so you love music,
I
you
love
love
music,
yeah.
man. I listen to anything. On the way here, I was listening to techno. I listen to country. I listen to anything. As long as it's musical and it's good, you know. Obviously, when I play, I can't play the stuff I like. You know, people will get bored.
No, no, no. That's where I disagree. I feel like because people are different. Like like just for the mere fact that you like that music, like back in the day, I never used to like Afrotech. Okay, I never used to like to play Afrotech rather because I just felt like, sure, I'm a black guy and here I am in my cassie, with this BPM that's just like fast. But then I realized, man, if I can like it, it means there are other guys in my hood that will like it as
But
well.
you're a purist. You see, you're a purist. You've got something else to fall back under. But if DJing is your thing and you rely on it to pay your bills, ne, then you gotta give the people what they want. You know what I mean? And that's what I do when I play. Like there's music that I listen to in the car that I'll never play on a set because I know, having owned a club, that it's about making the giving the people what they want. Because what happens is if I book you now, ne, when are you talking about, hey, I'm sticking to my shit, whatever,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever, and people are leaving. If I booked you and I paid you 10K to come rock at my club, and people are leaving, I'm losing money because they're not spending at the bar.
Yeah.
And all you had to do was play Umsebenzi Wethu, for example. And then people will go crazy. They spend at the bar. We both make money. So it's a good investment. So yeah, man. I think like at some point, you gotta cater for the people, no matter what you like. Especially if you're trying to feed from this machine that is
Yeah.
called DJing. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can't only play for yourself, bro. You gotta play for the people. So that's why Rock the Girls. That's how it came about. Because every time I'd go on the decks, I make sure the girls dance. Because if the girls dance, niggas will buy bottles. If niggas are buying bottles, the club is popping. Man, if you're gonna come here with your deep shit, Afro tech shit, and no one's dancing, people are leaving the club, fuck you, dog. I'm not booking you again.
Yeah, okay, I hear you, but where do you? Because sometimes people, you kind of like need to educate them about new music and all that. Okay, let's take Piano for example.
There's a balance, dog. So you rock a commercial song, and then in between you slide in those songs that you want people to know. I'm not saying you must play a commercial track, commercial songs for the whole hour, but read the crowd. Okay, you rock the commercial. Let me introduce them to something. Go back to commercial. So they jive. Go back to whatever. You gotta find a balance. It can't be linear. It can't be like, this is my new shit, I'm just rocking exclusive. People get bored. And
Unless it's
especially
cool.
now, I've seen now, especially now, a DJ, before you can play Umsebenzi Wethu, and you can play it an hour later, people still dance because, I don't know, it's weird actually.
It's weird.
Yeah. But you just gotta, it's a different generation. There's no, when I started DJing, you used to build. Well, I want to say, if I'm playing 5 to 6, then I can play what I want. Because it's not about getting the clubbing rocking. So I can play all the songs I'm listening to in the car. But if you're booked peak time, you gotta make the crowd jump. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I hear you, but my issue now is that like if you go to a club and then you want, let's say you chill there for 4 hours, and there's a climate ya piano, you literally listen to the same 20 songs, and for me, I feel like that's a problem because now everybody's playing like the same songs, and I understand, and I
The
think
problem lies in the DJing lineup. So there's guys that are playing at 5 that think they are playing at 10. So if you're playing 5, Fresh said this on the podcast, stick to your lane. You can't rock Adiwele at 5 because what am I going to play as the headliner at 10? So it's not the music, it's the curators of the music that are fucking it up. Because if you, the music that you play, if I'm doing a gig, I'm putting you on 6.
yeah,
When people are coming in,
yeah,
and there's lockdown now, so you gotta rock 11 without, dog.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm putting you at 6 so you get the people warmed up, chilled, you can play all your new music, they can hear whatever.
Yeah.
Mara when it's 9, anyway, Zaka.
No, I hear you, and I feel like we can debate about this for a long time because I played a set at 6 and I was playing like, just like, soulful Afro, which was dope. But the people were like, like the Amapiano crowd, they are the ones that gonna come to you and be like, Joe, Ikaya Adiwele, he wants Adiwele at 6 because probably he has to go home by 8 because he has to catch a taxi. So, it's like, it's tricky, man, it's tricky. But I guess that's why you also releasing music, right?
Yeah, man, like I release music for fun because I can do it and I love music, but it's not my be all and end all. It's a hobby for me. I'm not trying to be the best producer in the country or in the world. If I wanted, then I'd invest my time in that and harness my skill. But I just literally do it for fun because I can, and chillers have been telling me to release music, and I release. But it's not like I want to be a black coffee, where like black coffee is the best DJ in the world, right? And that's his thing. My thing is I want to be the best broadcaster, and it just happened to be in the form of podcasting because of times are moving. So that's what I want to be known as. And the music thing is like a bonus. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand, bro. So, like, let's talk about the money. Can you get rich from podcasting, bro?
Look, man, you can get rich from anything, as long as you believe in what you do and you're passionate about it. I mean, um, a photographer, for example, the guy who shoots for Drake or Black Coffee, how much do you think they're getting paid? It's a shitload of money, right? But if I were to tell you, yo, I want to be a photographer, and my main option was my main goal was to make money, you'd probably be like, nah, dog, you won't make money from being a photographer.
Yeah.
But if I hone in on that photography skill, master it, learn the craft, perfect it, then now the money comes. Because then now Drake is gonna call me. It's like, yo, I want the best in the business.
Yeah.
So I think you can make money from anything, whether it's podcasting, producing, whatever. Just do the 1,000 hours and pay your dues and focus and do whatever it is. I mean, you can make money from anything, bro.
I was asking so this question like looking at the trends now, not even the trends, like where the world is moving now. Back in the day we knew okay sharp, DJ Fresh, and then they came up with this strategy, right? For you as a DJ, you just need to make sure you get that spot at YFM.
Yeah.
Once you get the spot at YFM, then maybe go to Soul Candy, and hook up like a deal, a young compilation.
Sure.
And then after that, Baba, you are sorted for the year.
Yeah.
You are gigging everywhere, you are making good money. And that's like it work because you have to be on a platform, release music, gig, and obviously with that being done, you'll get like other deals here and then, and you be considered like a successful DJ in South Africa. But now you came through, with a different ball game, with the podcast. So obviously you are ahead of the curve in terms of like insights of like, okay, cool. What does it mean to be like a modern day? Actually, that's actually my question. What does it mean to be like a modern day DJ slash broadcaster in the world in 2021?
Hey, that's a broad question, but what I can say is that to go back to what you're saying about Bo Fresh had that strategy. That's what worked back then. You gotta understand, Ori. I mean, that's how I got into DJing. I just wanted to be on radio. So I get to IFM and everyone's a DJ there, you know. I'd rock with DJ Monday. He'd take me to these gigs and all that stuff. And then me being on radio means, so what was happening is that radio was the first like social media. So if a promoter wants to advertise their gig, they need to book you because then you're going to talk about it on their show. And then people will know about the gig and then people will come.
Yeah.
So now that has changed because now radio has been replaced by social media. So now, if you are blowing up on social media, then I need to book you because all those people on social media that were gassing you up will come to the gig.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what's happening with Uncle Waffles. Uncle Waffles blew up on Twitter or social media, and then she started getting bookings. Because now people are gonna go because they want to see Uncle Waffles.
Yeah.
You know, so it's the same strategy, just different platforms. But at the end of the day, you gotta create hype, and then comes the demand. And when the demand comes, then you rock.
Very well put. You know, I never looked at it that way. Like, you know, radio replaced. Social media replaced radio. I think that's like a controversial statement.
Because when I started DJing, it was literally every person at YFM was a DJ. Monday, Fresh, all of those guys, Kent, whatever, were getting gigs. And I'm like, alright, dude, I'm not doing anything on weekends. I love DJing. And then I start getting bookings because they know I'm going to say, okay, cool, catch me out at wherever, Rockets or whatever. And then people, my followers will then come and the place is packed and whatever. So now, all it takes is a simple tweet, a simple story, simple link up, and that following that I've gathered as Uncle Waffles will now come to that venue to see me play.
Wow, man. Okay, you know, I like hearing insights from you because obviously, like I said earlier on, I feel like I feel like a lot of times you don't.
Are you recording?
Yeah, it is recording.
It says start recording there.
No. Like it's.
Oh, we've done 17 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to MacG. What were you gonna do if you found out to ride? No, this thing was.
I've had issues where I thought I was recording and I wasn't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Tibo Touch interview where you guys lost footage.
Yeah, that wasn't my fault. It was more of technical. We recorded. That's why there's audio.
Yeah.
It's just that the files got corrupted because we use SD cards. So when they went home, the files were corrupted, and we tried to recover them, but we couldn't. You know. But such things happen in a technical space. But we've learned from it. We've invested back into the business, and now we've got a machine that records and backs up everything. So even if the SD cards are corrupted, we still have the footage. You know. And that's growth, and it's thanks to partnerships like Channel O, because then we can invest back into the business and produce better quality for our chillers. And you know what I mean? Yeah, like you, if people invested in this thing, then you can get a better mic, you know? Then you don't have to do the audio and lighting and the camera by yourself. You can hire people. You know? So you're a one-man operation now. But if Channel O's and the whatever start pumping money into your shit, then you can hire someone just to do the video. You can hire someone to do lighting. You can hire someone to do sound. You know. And that's why relationships like this are important, because that's how we grow the industry.
No, I definitely agree with you, man. You know, like I've had to sell my company before. You know, I've been blogging for like 12 years, man, and I sold my company to like an ad agency, but you know Skipani, you know, like I started that dog like Skipani,
was that you?
Like
I did some stuff with you guys.
Yeah,
when we were starting out.
Like we used to do a lot of stuff with you. Like I think we interviewed you a few times. Many years ago.
Man, you sold it.
I sold it.
Did you get good money?
No.
You should have sold it, man. Because you're ahead of your time, dog.
Yeah. You know, like, so for me, like, I'm starting from scratch now. You understand? So I mean, like,
but that's the power of ownership, you know.
If you look at Skipani, like, I mean, what we did over the past 12 years as a brand, and look at where I am now, I mean, like, the platform is like big and whatever, and I had to start from scratch because I was like, you know what, screw this, it's fine. If I can do it, I can do it again, you know. So that's why we're here.
Nice one. Don't sell this one, Chief.
I know this one I'm alone. You see, this one I'm alone, Baba. There I don't know. Skipper had other partners. You know, niggas you fight when you grow up. You know.
Yeah, and we need to kill that mentality because Skipani now could have been monumental, it could have been massive. I'm sure it is. And then raking from your concept, your IP,
Yeah.
because they never thought about it when you started it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just, yeah, but anyway.
It's life, man. It's life. It happens. It happens. We are here
The thing
now.
is, you learn from your greatest failures.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've learned from that, that you're not
Yeah.
going to do the same mistake on this one.
Of course not. So with that, I've learned. So just as, I was just supporting your statement, like I am aware of what you're talking about, and you're right. And luckily for me, I had the courage to just start from scratch and do it all over again. Yeah, but it's not about me, man. You've got this power, man. Like you make niggas open up. How do you do that? Like, oh, by the way, that's one of the most frequent questions from social media. They're like, yo, how does MacG do it? How do you keep making people open up, man?
It's I don't know what the source is. I don't know what the secret is. I'm just being myself. But what I can tell you is that me, when I look at you, I'm not looking at you as the guy who started Zikipani, the guy who's doing a blog. I'm looking at a human being. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in your journey. I'm inquisitive, and I don't see whoever I'm sitting with, whether it's the biggest celebrity or not. I want to see the human side of you. And I can't explain it, but it's like that's all it is. It's like okay, cool. You're a Zikipani guy, what happened, what did you learn? Boom, 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 boom. And that's the energy, and that's the thing that I take into every interview. It's not about, okay, you are Trevor Noah, you're on Daily Show. It's like, okay, entrevista. Askulu.
Askulu, remember, yeah.
Hey, because he's a human.
Yeah, he's a human being, yeah.
He's a human being.
Yeah.
So I try to tap into the human element of every person that I interview, and maybe that's what is a product of that thinking.
Yeah. No, very well put, man. But I think I think you just have the talent for it. You were born. Some people are born to rap. Aries was born to rap. I'm sure if you ask him like, hey, how do you do it? He'd be like, hey, bro, I don't know. I just rap.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. You gotta pay your 1,000 hours. You gotta invest in the craft. You gotta focus. You gotta learn. Because people see me now on podcasts, but I've been in the game since crazy, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
And I've been harnessing my talent and watching other greats. During my radio shows, I'd be watching other people do interviews. I'm like, okay, cool. How do they conduct them? I'm like, okay, cool. I like this from Oprah. I like this from Howard Stern. I like this from Mang, Kyle and Jackie or whatever. And then I just took that and made it my own.
Sure.
But if I didn't have the passion and the appetite to want to learn, then I think I wouldn't be doing it as I'm doing it now. So it comes, people just see now where podcast is blowing up, but it's been long in the making.
Yeah. I know, well put. MacG, man, thank you so much for your time. This really was I just wanted to just chat to you about what you do, the insights and all that stuff. But, you ended up interviewing me. So, I also don't want to say too much. So I just want to say.
Tied with your partners?
No.
Damn, that's sad.
It's very sad, man. And, and the thing is, we were friends, So
that's how it starts, man.
Yeah, we were friends, and no, we're not friends anymore. Yeah.
So they stayed with the company, the one
Yeah.
that bought them.
Yeah.
So they're making racks right now.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I assume so. Yeah. I mean, the company's worth a lot of money, so they must be. I guess. I don't know.
But I mean, it's not about money because I mean, just you coming out here and doing this, I'm sure it fulfills you, right?
For me, man, I was born. I love doing this. For me, it's about documenting South African culture. That's why I'm doing niche platforms now, because I think that it's important that people must understand that we must document our own stories. We shouldn't wait for CNN to come through here. If they come here, then at least they'll have like background. I'm sure if like CNN or Vice or whoever comes to interview you, they'll look at interviews like this so that they can get more background. For me, that's what's important, us and ownership in the media space,
If that's the case, then don't worry about money. Don't sell your company. Keep it. This is your baby, dog. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, now I know.
Nah, but we'll go through. We learn from our mistakes, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and shout out to
About
you.
growth.
Shout out to you for not giving up, man. Being fired, more than once, and you're like, yo, screw it, I'm gonna do it myself. For me, I think I draw strength from people like you.
Yeah, I think people give me too much credit for that because, like, it wasn't like I woke up and I was like, you know what, let me start this biggest podcast in Africa. It was more of like, okay, cool. I got released from my job. What am I gonna do now? Okay, I love broadcasting. Let me start a podcast, and it just grew. So it's not like I had a vision or there was a dream. It's really not that deep. You
Yeah, it's
understand what
not
I'm
that
saying?
deep. Yeah.
It's just that I love broadcasting.
Yeah.
And the only way to broadcast now was podcasting for me.
Yeah.
No radio stations were hitting me up. You know what I mean? So I was like, alright, cool. I got a mic. I got a camera. I mean, I started off with the iPad. You even more developed than when I started. I didn't have a camera. I didn't have a ring light. I literally started with an iPad, put it here,
Yeah.
and then we rocked with Zintle, and now here we are. But it's not like I think people give me too much credit, like I'm a visionary or whatever.
Yeah.
No, man, I just
not
followed.
that deep.
Nah, dog, I just followed my passion, and it led me to here. But if it wasn't from the passion, I wouldn't have gotten that iPad. I wouldn't have done that first episode.
Sure. Okay, so but would you go back to like getting a job? Like if a station was to hit you up and say, okay, MacG, we want you back, exclusive contract.
For
Yes,
the
the
longest
bag.
time, I wanted to go back onto radio, but I think I've created my own lane now, and I just want to stick to it. Because, there isn't any funny things like Caesar is coming 4 minutes later and now you're fired. Industry
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
All I have to worry about now is pleasing clients and making sure that they're happy, and that's it. I'm more worried about losing clients now than losing my job.
Growth.
Yeah.
Growth. Okay. Yeah, no, danko, bro. Danko. Yo, man, thank you
Favorite
for.
song of the year? What is it?
It's damn, that's a good question. I wasn't ready for that, man.
Azakala, man.
I wanna say Adiwele, simply because of like.
I hate that song.
No. I love that song. Like I like how well it's written, and for me, being a house music fan, I just like how he takes you in, and he's a storyteller with that song as well. You know what I mean? Like,
See,
even
for like that, that's it's not one of my favorite songs. If you ask me what my favorite song is this year,
yeah.
I'll tell you a song that's not a commercial, but I play anywhere, wherever I rock, because that's what people want.
Nice one, nice play.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Personally, I don't like it. I mean, it's a good song, but it's not like I think there's better songs out there.
Okay, so what's your favorite song?
I like Saki Kabza. Me alone in a baba. Don't tolerate the same.
Msaki is such
Yeah.
an amazing songwriter. How do you feel about? Yeah, I know what people are saying about vocalistics verse.
On that song,
Yeah,
what are they saying?
say it was unnecessary.
Nah, I like it. I like it when he raps. I get it breaks. I can take his kick, stay cold, and then the beat comes back.
Yeah.
I think it's nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice variation from like it doesn't sound monotonous because it's always changing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
But I liked Ladon. You know Ladon?
La Dawn by Manyelo Duffer. Yeah, it's a cool song. It's a dope song.
There's another song. It's on my phone. My phone's charging. But there's a couple of deep songs that I like.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Deep House came through this year, man. Like, yo. Sculptured is doing the things, like Oscar Mbo is doing the things. There's Earful Soul DJ, I think.
Yes, Full Soul DJ.
Yes, and then there's
Into Deep and there's
yes, and then
yes.
there's also this private school piano guy.
Kelvin Momo. That guy's crazy. But have you heard this woman though, like Babala M?
Yeah, I heard she sings in some of the tracks, no?
She's got a whole album, bro. Like that album, like is amazing. Check it out. Babala M. What is it called? Aluta Continua. That's the name of the album. She just started singing like a couple of years ago. Actually, when she met Kelvin Momo, and but the songs that she makes, dog, is like, yo, check it out.
I'm a dog. One love,
No,
man.
oh no, one love. Okay, we out. Danko, danko.